Okay, so making your way into your meditation posture, if you need to put your phone on silent, make sure you do that on the way to getting settled. And then come into a posture that feels both relaxed and alert. Feels like it can help you to cultivate calm and clarity. And so, this practice we're going to do this evening, today, is to explore relaxation and enjoyment. And so, wherever you're at the moment, whatever kind of amusement park ride it feels that you're on, see if it's possible to just put that aside for the duration of this practice. If it feels like you're carrying heavy bags, just leave them at the door. You can pick them back up once we have finished here. Give yourself permission to let go, relax, and focus on things that are neutral or pleasant, at least just for this time, for this practice session. And so check your posture, the position of your body. If there's anything you can do to be even 1% more comfortable, go ahead and do that now. And once you've settled in, finding that posture that works for you for now, resolve to be relatively still for the duration of this practice, allowing this stillness in the body to cultivate stillness in the mind. Now, here, take a couple of slightly deeper breaths. And on the exhale, feel the sense of release. See if it's possible to let go into a sense of ease. One more deep breath. So we're going to scan through the body, just noticing how the parts of the body feel and inviting relaxation. I'm going to give some different prompts for how to do this, but just remember that when looking for relaxation, it's not something that we force or really try to make happen. It's much more of a releasing, letting go, softening. bring your attention to your eyes, the space of the eyes, the eye sockets. And quite often we hold tension here. See if it's possible to invite relaxation. Allow that space to soften. You might like to imagine the eyelids are heavy, completely relaxed, like it would take a huge effort to open them. Noticing how it feels in the eyes and eye socket area, and allowing that space to relax. And then allowing your attention to move and expand to the whole of the head. Top of the head, back of the head, sides of the head, the forehead, nose, cheeks, jaw, tongue. Noticing what that whole area feels like. And now inviting relaxation, allowing the jaw to be slightly open, the teeth to be slightly apart, allowing that whole space to soften. Or you might like to imagine that the breath is massaging that space, breathing into the head, breathing into the jaw. And particularly each exhale of the breath allows that space to soften and release. And then moving down into the neck and throat, noticing what that part of the body feels like, and inviting relaxation, allowing the back of the neck to be open and long. Perhaps the chin drops slightly. Again, you might like to imagine the breath massaging that space. Then moving down into the shoulders, both sides, the shoulders and the upper back, the space of the shoulder blades. Noticing what that space feels like. And then inviting relaxation. Seeing if the shoulders want to move just a little bit away from the ears. Allowing that space to soften. And then bring your attention to both arms and include the hands here. So both sides from the shoulder all the way down to the tips of the fingers. Allowing that space to fill with bright awareness. And then inviting relaxation. Again, you can use the breath to breathe into the arms. You can imagine the arms are heavy, completely limp. Perhaps even visualize the arms as well-cooked noodles, really soft. And then bringing attention to the torso. So from the shoulders, from the collarbones, down to the hips, including in this the chest, the abdomen, and the upper, middle, and lower back. And while keeping that sense of uprightness, allowing the spine to keep holding you up, invite that whole space to relax and soften. Allowing the breath to fill the belly if that's comfortable for you. And allowing that gentle movement to be a slight massage. Or just imagining that the breath fills the whole of the torso. On each exhale, releasing any tension. And then we'll do the whole of the lower body in one go. So from the hips all the way down to the tips of the toes, pelvis, thighs, calves, ankle, foot, toes, allowing that whole space, both legs, to be soft and heavy. Breathing into the legs, allowing the breath to massage the lower body. Good. Now expand your awareness to the whole body space. And just notice how your body feels now. Allowing awareness to fill that whole space, this bright, sensitive awareness, while also having this sense of relaxation, softening, of releasing. And see if you can notice anything in your experience that feels somewhere between neutral and pleasant. And so, for most of us, from this kind of process of relaxing, there'll probably be something that feels a little bit nice, even just a fraction. Some pleasantness felt in the body, some pleasantness that you notice arising in the mind. If you don't notice much, it's also fine to notice something neutral, maybe the sensation in the hands or the feet, or that feeling of being supported, being held by the chair or cushion or floor. What I'd like you to try here is to savor this sensation of pleasantness or savor the neutral qualities. Try to enjoy anything you can about this moment of experience. And savoring it and enjoying it means appreciating it being there, but not making any demands on it. If it changes, disappears, no problem. But for this moment, appreciating anything pleasant that you can notice and very gently holding it lightly, but with a bright, clear awareness. Good. So there's two options for the remainder of this practice. If that's feeling good to you, you can stay with the pleasantness, allowing your awareness to stay with whatever feels nice. And the other option is to bring attention to the breath and notice the pleasantness in the breath, or notice that there is pleasantness in the body while you also are focused on the breath. So if you're doing this option, notice how the breath feels. Observe that quality of the breath being relaxing, particularly on the exhale. And keep the breath in the foreground, but see if it's also possible to have a background sense of the pleasantness. To also have an awareness of any nice qualities, any enjoyment. And feel free to play with moving your attention between the breath and anything that feels pleasant. Really savoring, enjoying, being grateful for any relaxation, any pleasantness that you feel in the present moment. Good. Focusing on pleasantness, enjoying, savoring. This can be a really skillful tool to help build resource and capacity to appreciate what is already present in experience and help cultivate more of it. And in the last minute here, just check in again with how you're feeling. Notice if there's been any effect from this meditation practice.